le mercredi, mon pantalon est plein de pommes de terre.
Quelqu'un envole toutes mes chaussettes gauches.
Grimhaven Community Radio.
Good evening and welcome to Grimhaven Community Radio, broadcasting from the Grimhaven Plague Pits.
News. The news. The headlines today. News in from the Posthumous Marriage Society. This week sees Mangleton Perch officially tying the knot with his recently deceased girlfriend, who perished in an explosion at Grimhaven's Candy Floss Recycling Works. The couple were so sweet on each other that Mangleton has decided to proceed with the ceremony regardless. The marriage will take place at Our Lady of the Offensive Incantation this Sunday.
The Lord High Constable of the Town Council has decreed that all electric vehicles are to be converted to run on fossil fuels from November. All owners failing to comply with this ruling will be crushed.
Citizens are reminded not to feed the buskers in the market square.
This week's word is sachet.
New from GAC, cake stand with integrated fire blanket. Impress your friends with this beautiful cake stand, fashioned from the finest artisan carved Bakelite and reclaimed propeller blades. And rest easy in the knowledge that should a fire break out as your friends admire your culinary creation, simply tug firmly at the straps in the stem and viola.
An industrial-grade fire blanket is at your disposal. Smother the unwanted combustion in a dash and return a sense of calm admiration to your parlour. Order now while stocks last for only $79.50 per month for 6 months. Warning, not suitable for use.
Suki has something temptingly seductive bubbling away in her pantry. Let's see what it is.
Hello, listeners. Suki Nostril here. This week, as we welcome in yet more winter months, I'm going to gently cup you and guide you along the often precarious path to a hearty stew. Ah, the stew. What moist, generousness it bestows upon one's fundament, like two big fleshy arms gathering one into the culinary chest of a gravy-lubricated amaryllis. Now, for my stew, I recommend the best quality bœuf. Now, the cut of bœuf is critical here. I recommend top side underflank, broiler, plate, clod, or if budget permits, scrag end of shin. Ooh, such gelatinous delights will moisten your cavities if you can stretch your purse. In the unlikely event that you are a vegetarian, please feel free to use white meat as an alternative. To make your stew more robust, I would encourage you to explore the wonders of the world of offal. Many of my guests have gone dewy-eyed as they tuck into a stew with a magic sprinkling of entrails, bladder, capillaries, testiculae, chitterlings, omentum, and shavings of snout. Trust me, you won't know what has hit you.
Dreamy.
Of course, a good quality cast iron marmite is essential. If you don't own one, please do visit my merch store, where you can purchase a Suki-approved toot with the most substantial of lids. Now, carefully wheel your marmite out from the pantry. Binky, darling, be a dear and give me a hand lifting it onto the range.
Good grief!
Now, as we add them to the pan, here are the other ingredients you will need. Goose fat, 1 pint. 6 onions. A brace of carrots. A bouquet garni. 3 head of garlic. Desiccated lung. 2 quarts of dark stock. Please refer to my earlier recipes for guidance. 12 floury potatoes. 1 ribcage. Herbes de Provence.
Bonjour, madame.
Savoy cabbage. An opulence of double cream. 5 glasses of sherry, and of course a splash of sherry for the cook to oil you along the way is fine. Binky!
I'm so sorry, my angel puff.
And don't forget, the one thing no stew can succeed without a most generous dollop of your love. Anyway, bring to an aggressive boil for 6 hours, then reduce to a simmer, ideally overnight, and then check that the liquor coats the back of a steak mallet. Remove what remains of the rib cage if you prefer, and check the seasoning. Now, it is time to invite your nearest and dearest to the table. Allow them to inhale the heady fumes of your inner sanctum, seat them at the crisply ironed gingham, and ladle generously into earthenware secchio. Masticate, ingurgitate, and feel the meaty wonderment settle in your bread basket. Bon appétit!
Oh, can't imagine another thing.
98, 71, 83, 82, 6. 98, 71, 83, 82, 6.
And now over to the music desk.
Hello. This week we take a look at Oil My Donkey. This new age folk duo comprised Nympnut Throbwell on single string cello and Farrington Gurney on hi-hat. The duo insisted that their songs focused on absolute musical purity by only consisting of the note C sharp, played in a variety of unusual bowing patterns, accompanied by hi-hat in the 17/9 time signature. The music press unanimously described their music as profoundly irritating. Their last gig was at the Orifice and Plunger in Limply Hanging. The set came to an abrupt end during the 17-minute-long song Ode to My Radish, when Throbwell decided to retune her cello up by 9 octaves. This caused the cello to snap in half, decapitating Throbwell in the process. The audience escaped nasty splinter injuries by failing to turn up to the gig.
Will you brush my hair?
And now, Thought for the Day with the Reverend Janine Vegetables.
Thank you. As I was sitting in traffic on the Grimhaven gyratory, I had plenty of time to meditate on the question, who would win a fight between a panda and an aardvark?
And that was Thought for the Day with the Reverend Janine Vegetables.
Lake Embouchure Sailing Club invite you to their St Wesley's Day Open Regatta on the 34th of April. Entry is open to all regardless of ability or sensibility. There will be racing across all classes, and amphibious craft are recommended for the less liquid areas of the lake. New rules and safety measures have been introduced this year. All competitors will be required to wear respirators to reduce the number of inevitable fatalities due to the embouchure miasma. Spectators are welcome, but are reminded that they should carry posies at all times and are not to feed the alligators.
Garam Masala, every third Wednesday afternoon. Now that Venus is transitioning into Jupiter, enduring a near miss with Mercury along the way, you may be experiencing a new sense of gloom and pessimism. If your cup of tea tastes a little bit funny, you know why. Please, don't do that again. And now, the weather.
With an unusually high spring tide predicted for next Friday, there is a small but exciting chance that Tectonic Island could collide with the Choppy Acres housing project. If this should happen, the island's prep school will consider a half non-uniform day the following week.
And now, let us peregrinate over to Poetry Corner and see what Carol Paiotti has to say.
I swim, lost and lonely, in a competitive sea, 40 yards out from the shore, waiting. I see them, brilliant, attractive, enticing me. I dart at them, bite, and am hooked, struggling in painful ecstasy as you draw me in, shouting excitedly, "I've got one." But it passes into disappointment. I am too small, too fragile, too beautiful, and like those before you, you throw me back into a world of searching and dreaming and yearning for that lasting, passionate death in the warmth and darkness of some fisherman's pebble store.
Grimhaven Community Radio is written and performed by Alex Brunsdon, JP Paradise, Tracey Poole and Burt. This is a Grimhaven Community Radio production 2026, all copyright held by the authors. Any resemblance to actual places or people, living or dead, is purely coincidental. After all, no one in their right minds goes to Grimhaven by choice. Thank you for listening, like and subscribe.